Example one of what we can use Sub-Zero's actual ice clone is for combo extension. So let's say I got you in the corner, right? And I need to basically keep you frozen for a little bit longer for more damage. See that? Now this has a couple of different uses because I can keep you in the air for a couple more seconds, and I can actually even keep going and use it as a combo extender by itself. I'll show you. And it extends combos for a lot of damage actually. So some other uses I've found for it in situations, let's say Return is like the best cameo for Sub-Zero, like hands down. So do that same combo again, except you'll notice before they hit the ground, I'm already gonna be taking meter. See it right there? Another use I found for the clone. Let's fix that. The range. The range matters. You want to be about not even close. Let's say default. See that right there? Your ice clone can win in that situation because you're at around mid-range, about a character space away. You do not want to do this point blank in his face. Johnny Cage's shadow kick is 8 frames, your clone is 9. So if you're right here, I'll just show you what's happening if you try to do that. This is what happens. You cannot react to it after his kick is already won. You're just not going to be able to react to it. When you're winning this situation, you're winning the situation because you threw the clone first, right? And he's stuck in that animation. He can't cancel out of it unless he has Chameleon or something wild, but he's stuck in that situation sliding into you. So like I said, there's two situations where one, they're basically getting into a combo extension. Two, they're trying to shadow kick. Another example of what I use the ice clone for, example 3, is right there. See that? You would be surprised just how many people, when they're trying to chase you and win the fight, will try to jump to you because they think they're just going to hit you, just mashing. The ice clone, if you get hit with the ice clone, I don't feel bad. Most cases, you're just mashing, like genuinely. I wouldn't even recommend doing it in a pressure situation where I'm hitting you and I'm doing this. This can get punished. Another weakness to the ground, actual ice clone, I'll show you real quick, is this. See that right there? You're going to get hit because they threw a meter. If they use armor, they're going directly through your clone. Unless you have a setup that's like, let's say a hard knockdown and you're waking up with, I don't know, forward 1-2 to kind of get the extra hit in, they're going to go through that. So, like I said, if they use meter, they're going straight through. There's no confusion about that. You knowing that can use that to your advantage, which is going into conditioning the opponent. Let's say you know they're going to throw this move on wake up after you knock them down, right? Knock them down. You know they're going to wake up with that. And then you can capitalize off of that, right? But what you don't want to do with Sub-Zero is put yourself in a certain rhythm to where they know what you're going to do. When you play Sub-Zero, you got to have a system, use your staggers, but it's kind of like you're like a zoner, but you're kind of like a mix-up character at the same time. You're literally playing in and out. You're mid-range, close range, but you want to stay at the mid-range. That's your sweet spot. That's where Sub-Zero is the most dangerous because your pokes are longer than normal. Your back 2 and your back 4 have way more reach, so I would use those type of moves. Another instance, again, this goes back into jumping, right? So let's say the opponent decides to, for the sake of argument, let's say you got one of those opponents that's just really antsy. One second. Okay. Let's say your opponent has antsy pants and they like to throw extra, right? I've Y'all think I'm lying. It's a lot of people online. Maybe I'm just playing at the low ranks. They like to throw X-rays. So they just throw X-ray. So in this situation, they're gonna throw X-ray, and I'm going to escape it. See that right there? You can use your clone to also escape and stop your opponent from anti-airing you. That works in that situation because basically it's a very slow, powerful move. But again, this is another way to throw off your opponent. If you're jumping in and they're trying to hit you out of the air, you see it consistently, they're trying to hit you out the air, you can use that as a way to escape out of that, reset the neutral. But one more thing, so I'm gonna have to switch characters for this one. Let's say your opponent is a fireball thing, as we've seen so many of those online, right? You can use your clone to literally counter their, or use it as a wall to block projectiles. Now, I want to point out, this works in this situation because the projectile only hit once. So I'll give you an example where the projectile does not work. Or should I say the ice clone does not. Okay, so in this situation, right, we got one of my favorite characters, Reiko. Reiko likes to throw shit for like the entire game. Now the reason you can do this, your ice clone has one hit of, it's gonna last. After that one hit, you notice it said high, right? If it hits me once, it's 1, 2, 3. But because the clone is gonna take one out, like you might have enough time to duck it. Maybe. Most times no. If he throws it at the right time, you're gonna get hit. In that situation, I wouldn't even bother using ice clone on the ground. You're just going to get hit, like quite literally. Basic. We went to the very core basic, beginner level uses for ice clone. I think I'm gonna do a separate guide for the beater ice clone because it lasts significantly longer. But I do think the rules need to be changed as far as the ice clone. We need to have the ice clone, if it's already got a 5-second cooldown by itself, and you have to use meter just to get the quote-unquote more enhanced version, then I don't even think that's more hits. What we need to do is, they need to give us, either take off the 5-second cooldown, make it a 3-second cooldown, right? 3.5, less cooldown. Or they just need to really just give Sub-Zero a different type of move, like an ice parry or something else, because as it stands right now, as much people complain about the ice clone, it's one of the most punishable moves in the game, and you get punished just for using it. I think that's goofy, honestly. I do appreciate the attempt the round did to give Sub-Zero some buffs, but I do believe the character just needs more tools in general, slash improving the tools he has now. Because in his current state, you're not able to compete with the opponents. Like most time when Sub-Zero wins, he's beating you off mistakes. Either he's conditioning you to block low and crouch all game, or he's pretty much just like I said, the lower level he's like killing them, but at the higher level you lose for just playing correctly, really. And I know a lot of people are like, well, if you play Sub-Zero incorrectly, you're losing. I'm like, yeah, but I get he's a counter character, right? But it gets to a point where like it's just a cheesy excuse to say he doesn't have good tools, and you're basically going to be sitting there blocking for 90% of the game. And to be honest, that's just not definitely, not gonna lie. Even though I play Street Fighter, blocking for like the entire fight, and seeing the opponent just throw a bunch of their random tools and get away with it, and you're punished for pretty much every tool you use, I just think they just need to genuinely actually just give the character better tools. That's the best thing you can do, honestly. Better tools, improve what you already got. As a lazy way to fix it. But man, like I said, I'm gonna do another video probably later this week with talking about the ice ball and its different uses, and the ice punch as well. But I just wanted to kind of give you all a little something more as far as Sub-Zero specific things, because I do plan on eventually making a Sub-Zero guide later. It's gonna take a minute though, so appreciate y'all for watching. Comment, like, subscribe.